Is trouble brewing at Rockstar Games? Now today's video is a very different one because there's some conflicting pieces of information that I'm trying to piece together, and hopefully as a community you guys can help me with this. But to understand whether trouble is actually brewing at Rockstar, we need to go back a little bit. Back in March this year, Jason Schreier responded to that Kotaku article that went out, that big Kotaku article that claimed that GTA 6 was being internally delayed. And Jason Schreier, who's obviously a big popular writer for not just Bloomberg but is a big voice in the GTA community about inside information, leaks, so on and so forth, had made a comment that internally at Rockstar, GTA 6 was still on track for an early 2025 release. Now, we know that to not be the case anymore, but during the recent Take-Two earnings call, they mentioned that GTA 6 will be releasing in fall of 2025. Now this is interesting because fiscal 25 ends in March, so they could say it would be a fiscal 26 release, and it still would have essentially meant the same thing, that GTA 6 would be coming out after March 2025 and could be at any point between April to the end of March 2026. But what was very interesting about the earnings call, obviously they stated fall 2025, not April 2025, which once again wouldn't be a fiscal 25 release. Now to fast forward a little bit, in March, Rockstar Games announced to all of their employees that they would have to return to work and be in the office 5 days a week. Now there's a lot of Rockstar employees that don't work anywhere near the studios, and obviously I've been very vocal about my support for the employees. A lot of people are saying that they're lazy for not going to work. I know someone that works at Rockstar, of course I've interviewed them for a video on the channel. There's some people that are having to drive in excess of 3 hours each way to and from work, and as a result of this some people have left Rockstar Games. The problem is distance doesn't care about how important someone is to a job role. So some of the people that have chosen to leave Rockstar Games just because it doesn't financially make sense to commute that far to work. Also, it's worth noting as well, a lot of people seem to think that Rockstar Games employees are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. The average salary at Rockstar Games is not that much more than minimum wage. Obviously some senior developers earn more, so on and so forth, but let's not get into that. But there are some people that have left Rockstar Games, and of course some of these people are in quite important roles. Now with the return to work mandate beginning midway through April, there are a lot of people that are no longer with the business, and it's very fair to assume that this could be causing some internal delays with GTA 6. It's very interesting that if we're to believe Jason Schreier's inside source, and let's be honest, he's not been wrong so far, that just before April they were planning for an early 25 release, and then coming into the May earnings call that was pushed back by an additional 6 months. It's very telling of maybe a potential situation happening at Rockstar at the moment. Now I think the word delay is very ambiguous here. How can a game be delayed when it was never officially announced to be at a certain time? However, it is worth stating at this point, if there are any other additional hiccups, it's not unlikely to assume that the game could be pushed from fall 2025 to early 2026. That would still fall within fiscal year 26, and from an investor stakeholder point of view, it wouldn't have a massive knock-on effect for next year's predictions. Well, the next following year's fiscal year predictions. So what do you all think about this? Let me know down below. I think this is quite a contentious topic. Obviously none of us really know exactly what's going on inside Rockstar Games. As I mentioned, I know someone that works at Rockstar and they're not really giving me much information about GTA 6, but I do know that some people, especially with the return to work mandate, have chose to leave the business. Now this could be everyone from toilet cleaners to people in HR to developers, so on and so forth. There's multiple people that are affected by this return to work mandate, and more importantly, Rockstar themselves have obviously been affected. To go from an early 2025 release to delay it 6 months internally is a big statement. But I'm very keen to hear what your thoughts are. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.